guys, welcome back to Exposed. And if I'm welcoming you back and you like it here, why can I never get anything right? Sorry, I think I've caught major bronchitis of Glenda. If I'm welcoming you back and you like it here, I'd love it if you stayed and subbed. And now I'm going to sneeze. Oh, for fuck's sake. So professional, I swear. Glenda's just given me her lurgy. If you've seen the last video, you'll understand. Anywho, while I was going through the answers to my question video, I saw a lot of people want me to do her Monday Madness video first. And so I went and had a mooch through the comments, and there were some really funny ones in there. This one says, narcissism is terribly unattractive, don't you think? What would your advice be for a toxic person in my immediate family? It's someone that I can't keep out of my life or home, right? Listen to the hogwash she gave back. Oh, this is a tough one. Don't react or engage. Energetic boundaries, empathy and self-awareness. For who, which, when, why? She said they're in her home and she can't get away from them, you fuckwit, and you want to be a life coach. I know I've been guilty of not wanting to drive to my local Target store because there is always a homeless woman with her kids holding a sign and begging for money. It's not in a very good neighbourhood. Also, when I saw a woman not well dressed in an elevator with her flip-flops and her toenails were not well manicured, it just gave me the cringe vibes. I couldn't wait to tell people about it. Oh bugger, it says read more. Sorry. Probably said something about, that's something I have to work on to be more attractive. And it's got a heart, look. Is she being sarky? People need to stop being victims of consumerism. There is more to life than material things. Be grateful to be alive. Be grateful for good health. What if you don't care so much about being attractive? I'm going to be me. Following all these rules seems exhausting, and at almost 52 I've learned just be yourself. Everyone is different, and what one finds attractive another doesn't, so who really cares, lol. And she's had the minions bite back. People who watch the video care, and those who don't can skip watching. You seem like a ray of sunshine. Sounds like a ray of sunshine to me. The most attractive things in a man or woman is being humble, being kind and giving towards others, helping your neighbours and the poor. These are what God wants us to do always. I can't remember why I clicked this one. Anyway, I may as well read it, mightn't I? Lisa, I actually found you through your Lily P haul, but I am now 2 weeks into my new journey from keto to carnivore. I too have severe IBS and have gone through some of the same things. Your videos are the trifecta for me: fashion, carnivore and someone over the age of menopause. I just turned 61 years young a couple of days ago, and your videos have given me a new look on aging. Can't wait for your next video. Then someone's replied, Badoop, what? Good luck on your journey. I have a tip for you. Lisa is my go-to for beauty, fashion, femininity. Have you followed her carnivore journey too? Which can help so many. Fuck off! Her carnivore journey can help so many. If she did it right, possibly. Such good advice. I would say being humble and an active listener, an encourager, and having a servant's heart makes one so attractive. It's such a sign that you have interest in others, self-control, and the ability to see the good in situations. Those traits go before hair, makeup, clothes, and physical features. A kind and confident person is so attractive. Yeah, have you met Lisa? Right, let me get rid of them. What's that? Am I still recording? What am I recording? So I'm going to do that video first and then catch up with her others. I just want to check the sound though, because mine's quite loud and she was really quiet the other day. Anyway, it's not about Botox. 10 ways to be more attractive. Ooh, I can't wait.
Hey girls.
Hey girls! Let me just check she's not on double speed, which she is. Right, here we go.
Hey girls. It's me. I'm back and I'm going to go ahead and let's get cozy with it here. John is working downstairs on our sink. It cracked. So if you hear he asked me did I want him to stop, and I said no, that you girls would understand. But yeah.
No, I said no, you girls would understand. How have you broken your sink, Lisa? And I guarantee it's her that did it. You just know it was her. It wasn't John. Oh, I didn't know you could just frisbee plates across the room into the sink, John. I didn't know it'd break it. Can you tell I'm pissed off with her already? She's got 28 thumbs down. So is that you lot? Or have we got 28 people that are finally seeing the light? Anyhow, let's get going.
Yesterday I made this video and I just went way too far, which is something that happens with me. So it was a good thing, because what I did is I thought about it more and got my thoughts more together. And as I was getting ready for this video, which is how to be more attractive, as I was getting ready for this, I thought I was just, I'm just talking to you in my mind and all of these things. And I was thinking, no, I can't say that because someone might get offended. Or no, I can't say that because they might think that person's, you know what I mean? It's like I was going through these things and I thought to myself, that is a good one to start out with.
I'm 53. I'm a grown woman. Yet you sit there worrying about what you're about to say and who it might offend. You didn't think about offending anyone when you spoke about the lady in the elevator, did you? Or you didn't think about offending anyone when you spoke about the poor woman who was homeless and begging for money? Fucking hell.
Don't be so sensitive. Don't get offended so easily.
Oh, hello. Pot kettle. Have you met yourself, Lisa? I don't like that lipstick colour on you. Blocked. I think your skirt should be longer. Blocked. Why does John do all the cooking? Blocked. Who's sensitive? Not me. Oh, she's funny, isn't she?
That is not attractive. That's not attractive. That is, we're going to go through later on.
And can you stop saying attractive, because you're not saying it right. You're saying it like you say doctor, and I can't cope with that either. She's got a thing with C's, hasn't she?
And that is a weak signal that you're giving out to other people. And another little intro thing here is this is how to be more attractive. And it's not about Botox. It's not about wearing the right thing. This is far more important. And I think we all know those people that are so good looking, man or woman, or even child. I love children, so I'm not saying it against children, but
creepy child catcher, will you stop with the children thing and the hand? Fucking weirdo.
Know what I'm talking about. There's one of those things. And they're so good looking, but yet their mannerisms, the way they carry themselves, the way they act, the things that they say make them very unattractive. Like, you cannot wait to get away from them. This also happens with me with movies.
Really, does it happen with you? Because you're unattractive and people can't wait to get away from your presence? Possibly.
Stars and some of my favorite people that I'll watch on TV, I've gotten to the point where I don't want to hear them talk in their real life, because there will be something that takes away my fantasy of who I thought they were. And
you can't spend your whole life living in a fucking fantasy, Lisa. That's That's why you can't cope with anything, because everything's a little fantasy thing in your head, and then when reality kicks in, you don't like it. You can't fucking cope.
It's not that I don't want people to be authentic, but I think you know what I'm talking about. So how to be more attractive. This one is something I feel.
What if we don't want to be more attractive? What if we already know how to hold ourselves and talk to people and listen to people and whatever? What if we already do that? Then what?
Feel strongly about, and that is don't overshare. Don't overshare. I see this happen so much here on YouTube, and honestly, I think it happens even more on Instagram. And that is probably because it's not as thought out on Instagram. It's easy to just post different things about your family, about a stress that you're going through, things like that. I just am of the belief that if it does not help someone in a serious way, now I think a lot of people will say, oh, I'm just going to share this because I know there are others of you out there. Of course there is, but there are all types of professionals out there to help. Anyone that needs help.
Do you think there might be carnivore professionals out there? Do you think there might be actual life coach professionals? Do you think there might be counsellor professionals instead of you? Maybe you should just stick to your Friday haul and give all the mumbo jumbo a miss, huh? Do you think? Oh, that's the thing. I looked on, where's it gone? I looked on Patreon, and somehow she'd figured out how to not have a preview, or she hadn't put a preview up. There was just the picture, and gosh, she looked awful. I did a screenshot. I'll stick it in here if I remember. If not, I'll stick it at the end of the video.
There is so much out there available for them. And, I share on here different things that I do to help, but I don't share with you all of my family's business. I don't share with you things that don't pertain to you and pertain to what we're talking about here, because
I do it properly. I don't do this. I don't do that. What makes it that you're right? I know there was it on YouTube or something else? Somebody was watching somebody's video and they were saying something about something, and they realised there was, I don't know, something going on in their eye, and they said to them, I really would go and get that check. And it turned out that they had a brain tumour, and if it hadn't have been for this doctor that happened to be watching, they would have died. They never would have known. According to her, that should never have happened, because it doesn't pertain to the video. Just because you don't like sharing, or your family don't want to be shared on YouTube, doesn't mean that those that do are doing it wrong. I mean, I don't agree with the parents that are making money off their children. That's just weird. But if they're in the background colouring in and you hear them shouting, or they run past or whatever, and it's like, oh, they've hit the terrible twos, that type of thing, that's not oversharing. That's being fucking normal, Lisa.
Because it's not going to help. And a lot of times I think I'm not going to burden you with those thoughts. I'm not going to complicate your life when it can do no good. That's what I think. And a lot of times I will read comments that are way oversharing. I will watch, even makeup videos or something, and the person will say, oh gosh, sorry I've been gone. I've been having a real meltdown. And they just go into this whole thing, and it's just like, I almost feel like, I don't need to know that. Stop. It almost makes me feel panicky. It's not.
That's your problem. That is a problem with you. Fuckwit. You don't want to hear it because you don't give a fuck. They could say they got gangrene in their leg and they had to go and get their leg amputated, and you'd be like, what's the lipstick combo you're wearing? Because you're shallow and you don't care about other people. You want to live in a bubble, you stay in your bubble, but stop telling everybody else what they can and can't do. And are you having a go that people that send you comments are sharing too much? Possibly the person that was having a meltdown and wanted a chat with her subscribers. I bet she didn't say that she people watches and she saw some woman with grown out toenails and a long bag, did she? That you should have kept to yourself.
Not attractive, and it can be harmful to put such information out there. So I'm sorry. This is what I'm going to try not to do, is go to
I'm sorry. I thought you said stop being meek and apologising and all the rest of it. So you've just gone back on number one.
far. Don't overshare. Even when you meet someone, say you're at a school function, a work function for you, for your husband, a neighborhood get-together. Don't share all the things that you have been dealing with within your family, with your children. Don't.
Oh, fuck off. Not you, her.
Oh, I thought you were going to say.
And we're back. Jed popped in, then Madam popped in. Then she needed the loo. And she doesn't like me recording when she's in the loo, obviously, because she thinks I can hear her, but I can't. The only thing I can hear is the water running. But autism is a great thing. She came in all panicked. Why is the key on the windowsill? Where's Travis? It's like, he did another shift at work. So what's going to happen about dinner? If dinner's not at a set time, the whole world implodes. It's funny. Right, let's get back to this one.
Don't do that. You may think that, oh, they'll understand or whatever, but you just never know how it's going to land and who it's going to affect.
If I'd give you a fucking tip, missus, it'd be not to ask complete fucking strangers what lip combo they're wearing and taking photos of them so that you can copy their outfits. That's not attractive at all. Maybe I should do my own 10 tips. 10 tips for Lisa. God, there's more than 10 though, isn't there?
Number one, don't overshare. Number two, let them talk about themselves and really listen. This is a thing that I think I've had to really work on. And I've even told friends before, I have a hard time letting them finish. I am bad at interrupting because I get so excited about the
No excuse.
conversation. I want to tell them something and I am afraid I'm going to forget it. I'm afraid if I don't interrupt them, I'm going to forget what I had to say.
Well, what happens if you interrupt them and then they forget what they were saying?
So that's not attractive because you're not giving them their space and their time to talk about what they want to talk about and to get the point out. It is much more important and much more attractive to be interested in what they're saying. I know a lot of times, even on my videos, I'll be, talking about something and people are steady typing something that I'm getting ready to say. And I understand that. I do, because I do the same thing. Even with
That's called a live. You're supposed to be interactive, but of course you haven't got the fucking grip of doing a live yet, have you? Because it's not all about you and you can't cope, which is why these are now no longer live, I see. Your Monday midnight madness, fucking whatever it is.
I will, say something and then further on in the video, he does what I was asking to be done. So I get it. These are all things I've had to work on and I'm still working on. But it's something that I do notice in people everywhere, in all aspects of life, online, on your phone, in life, all of these things. Really listen. And this also extremely goes to our husbands. Listen to what they have to say. When John comes home from golf, he is like a little boy.
Really? I bet he'll love you calling him that, won't he? We do listen to our husbands, dear. It's you that doesn't. I'm in the middle of recording your video. Did I tell my husband and my child to go away until I'd finished? No.
He wants to tell me all about the day, with all of, his friends. And it's so tempting for me to interrupt him. And even with good things like, oh, is that the guy that so-and-so? Let them get it out. It is so important. It really shows them respect.
Oh, she's only just figuring that out at 53. Okay.
And they find it very, very attractive. Okay, number 3, there's nothing more unattractive than neediness. Never beg. Whoa, this goes deep. And I don't know if this really, I think when we get to be our age, it is not as prevalent because we're not in those situations like we are when we're young. This is something I try to teach Brooke. Even with a man, they are not attracted to neediness. Even with our husbands, though you may want them to feel needed, respected, it needs to be in a different way, not neediness, not always begging for their attention, not giving them space. That's not what they need. They need you to have a full life, and they want you to need them, but not in a desperate way, if you know what I'm talking about. Not interrupting them all day at work.
I wonder, was she needy with John number 1? I bet she was. I made dinner, where are you? I actually cooked something. And that's probably why he ran away. I'm not eating what you cooked.
Work, they need that space. They need to miss you. And then another thing that I thought about here, when I was telling you about don't say I can't afford it, watch your words.
Sorry, that just triggered something where she said they need to miss you or whatever. I've been finishing the book for the last couple of days, so Jed said, right, I won't come up and interrupt you while you're recording, and I'll come up and see you when you're done. And then he comes up at the end of the day and he's like, I missed you. I'm upstairs. It's not like I'm away 95,000 miles away. And he's like, ugh, how much longer will this book take? That being said, though, he's my biggest fan, and he listens to it before I upload it for me to make sure that I haven't recorded something twice or done something weird in the middle. And he's really enjoyed the book, but he's like, I want to come up and I can't. Funny.
It's because your subconscious is hearing these things, and you will talk yourself into these things that you repeat over and over again. Well, another thing I was thinking about is not going where you're not wanted. And you know what I thought of? Hermes. And I told you girls I was going to tell you about this. I'm not going in there anymore.
Good.
And I still stand.
I'm actually behind you on this one, Lisa. I don't know why you went in the amount of times you went in. The first time they treated me like a piece of shit, I'd have been, oh, okay. You just made a mistake. Huge mistake. And I'd have fucked off somewhere else and spent my money. No way would I tap dance and jump through hoops for an Hermes Birkin, which looks like a pile of shite anyway.
By my feeling of not wanting them to change their ways, I do still get the mystique of, getting the bags brand new, and I still had a good time that day that I actually was able to buy a bag, and I was so grateful. They told me when I left, if I started this relationship, that I could buy a few things and maybe I would be in with them. And so when I started doing that, and I bought the bracelet and the shoes, and I don't know if I bought anything else, love the bracelet, the shoes, and it was a different woman. The woman that I had originally spoke with was the manager. Well, this woman,
spoken.
Just the way she spoke to me was so condescending. I asked her, could I put my name? Could I make a wish list? Oh, well, you'll have to fly here to pick it up. Okay, I'm aware of that. It was just the way she treated me. I did not like the way it felt at all. I didn't like it. Okay, I think the next time I went out of town, I went in one more Hermes store. and I think it was to buy a pair of the Oran sandals. I have a black pair, but I think I wanted some pink ones. I think it might have been when I went to Miami to visit Mommy's Makeup in Moscato. And the way the guy looked at me when I walked in, you guys, it is like an SNL skit. It is straight off of In Living Color, all those shows. He was on his phone, and the way he looked at me when I walked up was unbelievable. He did not have the size. He had no interest in me whatsoever. If he had just given me 50% of interest, I could have bought so many things in that store. I could have bought jewelry. I could have bought a bag. I could have bought anything in that store. He had no time for me. And I, at that moment, thought to myself, I am never going to do this again. If I ever want another Birkin or anything else, I will either order it online, because I've ordered a belt and some other stuff online, or I'll buy it pre-loved. That's what I'll do. So that's kind of off the subject, because I don't think...
So now she's got these shoes that at the time I love them, and they're meh. See, that's the thing with her. She doesn't stop and wait and think, do I really want those shoes? Oh, I have to have them. I have to have them now. Stupid.
I just think that needy energy is not good. It's not good for progressing in life, and it's not attractive. Okay, number 4. Spread your knowledge in a humble way. Avoid appearing arrogant or superior. So I'm going to
read that 5 times before you do any of your videos.
give you 2 examples here. One from myself, because I am my biggest case study for sure. I find this hard sometimes when I am shopping, especially out of town, because in town everyone knows what I do. I know them so well. They're not blowing smoke up my butt telling me about this certain product or anything, because they know I am in their Ulta, Sephora, all of that so much that I'm up on it. But when I go out of town, I will have the makeup artist or the sales lady really, and it's their job, so it's not like I have any disrespect for them. I understand it. Let's see, what am I trying to say here? They will exaggerate. That's it. And I have to hold back from saying, I've tried that. This collection is not brand new. It's been around for like 3 months. You know what I mean? I'll have to hold back because...
Why? Why do you have to hold back? You'd be saving her an awful lot of time if you said to the sales assistant, if you said to the sales lady, oh, I've already got that and I've got this. I'm not interested in that. I do makeup YouTube for a living. What's new? They'd be like, oh, right, okay, so I don't need to try and sell her on that load of shite because she knows.
I don't want to come off arrogant. I want to be humble.
There's a way to do it without coming off as arrogant. You come off as arrogant because you're arrogant.
Lucky that I'm in this profession. I'm lucky that I get to buy the things that I do. I'm lucky that I get PR. So I don't want
PR, not PR. Why do you separate it?
To come off as arrogant. I want to be humble. I want to appreciate their help. It's not attractive. And I found myself feeling that way. Like, oh,
what have I got going around my head? Oh Lord, it's hard to be humble when you're perfect in every way. That's you, Lisa. You can't wait to look in the mirror each morning, can you? Because you think you're absolutely perfect. See, if you've got to teach yourself how to be humble, how not to be arrogant, how to do this and how to do that, it's not coming naturally to you. So why are you telling us what to do when we know how to do it naturally?
Oh, I didn't feel good about saying that. So that is my own example. And then I have experienced this with people so much. And a lot of these steps and tips that I'm giving to you, of course, they'll make you more attractive online. They'll make you more attractive to your husband, to your friends. But these are skills that will make you more attractive to a group of people that you'd like to be with, like maybe it's a club or a membership. It could even go like to Pilates or any group of people, group of friends. Like I used to go to a lot of pampered chef parties and stuff like that, and you would always come across the woman who was a know-it-all. And I will never forget, oh my gosh, this was a learning moment for me into what I never want to be. When I used to make handbags, and so many people ask me to show you my handbags. I've done that before in a video. I don't know where the photo album is where I used to take pictures of every single bag, but if I ever can find those things, I will show you. But I got invited to a party one time at this girl's house, and she wanted me to bring my bags and sell them there. So I did, and so I was surrounded by women that I did not know. And I was not...
You can't cope in a group where you don't know anyone. It's your problem. You're the insecure one. You don't know how to react. You don't know how to act in public. You're the one that needs this list of 10 things, not us. We're grown up. We know how to behave in a group of people. We're not scared walking into somewhere where we don't know anyone. That's you.
Confident enough in myself that I didn't care what any of them said to me or whatever. And one of the girls looked at me and she said, "Who does your hair?" And I said, I went to a nice salon. I said, Kat at, I can't even remember. I don't even think this place is around. I think it was called Blonde Salon. She said, it was right in the front of my hair and I had noticed it. She said, "You had bleed through. If you'd have come to my salon, that would have never happened to you." And it was so embarrassing. I felt I could have cried. Well, guess what?
Oh, I could have cried. That's your problem. If that was me, I'd have been like, what's bleed through? How do you stop that happening then? Oh, right. So if I go to your salon, do I get a discount?
I ended up going to this girl's salon. And guess what? Worst my hair has ever been. Do you guys remember when my hair was literally bleached white and broke off and was...
Oh yeah, I remember that like it was yesterday.
The worst it had ever been. That was her salon. So not only was it so unattractive, like this is that girl's personality too. It's very unattractive. It was very rude, and I just thought it was so, like right now, oh my God, I can't even imagine what my response would be at this point in my life, because I was probably about 34 or 5 at that moment. But another example would be groups of girls that I'm in. I'm in many groups because of what I do, many friendship groups. Another thing is there will be that person who will feel pretty superior to the whole group. They'll feel very, very intelligent, and they will correct people, correct pronunciations.
Oh, you're funny, Lisa. Oh, you make me laugh. Yeah, there's no need to no need to correct pronunciations if people know how to fucking pronounce things.
Correct people. That's one thing I never do. Don't.
Because you don't know how to fucking pronounce anything yourself.
Correct people when they're speaking. Like even John, he will have these words that he says he'll say them over and over again that are a little off. And I don't correct him. That's just not important. And it makes someone feel bad or call out something that they said before. It's just not attractive. It's just not.
I don't give a fuck, Lisa. Do you think you're hurting my feelings? Oh. The mean girl said I shouldn't do that it's not attractive.
It doesn't put you in a good light. It doesn't make you seem superior because you know how to pronounce something or that you know this person's name.
No. I don't expect to feel superior. I don't want to feel superior. I'm correcting you because this is your profession, apparently, and you look like a hillbilly when you can't pronounce things that you're being paid to sell.
Makes you not part of the group. It's all about social intelligence. This all is about social intelligence. Okay.
You've got social intelligence, have you? Really? Okay.
Okay. So I would say this would be 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 5.
Maybe you should have written the numbers beside them then.
Stick to your word. Actions over words. Stick to your word. That is so attractive. All of these things make you look, seem, and feel more confident. And there is nothing in anyone, even in dogs. A confident dog is going to have a better life than a fearful dog. A confident person is going to have the most rewarding life and be the most attractive. So stick to your word, actions over words. When you say something like, I'm going to lose weight, or I'm going to start walking, or you put it out in the atmosphere, you tell others, you don't stick to your word, it makes you look weak. It does not make you look more attractive. It would be
Oh, are you still walking, Lisa?
better for you to not say that thing. So that's one example. Another example would be your word to help someone, to be there for them. Stick to your word. If you say you're going to be there, you need to be there. If you say you are going to bring the pineapple upside down cake, bring the pineapple upside down cake. Don't make excuses and bring cookies from the local grocery store. And these might seem petty, but they will make you more attractive. It's just the way.
It's not about making you more attractive, you fuckwit. It's got nothing to do with attractiveness. People who do what they say and say what they mean and all that bollocks and turn up on time and treat people kindly and whatever. No one says when they leave the room, oh, she's so attractive. I like Jenny because she always says what she means. I like Jenny because she always turns up on time. I like Jenny because she's nice. Not because she's attractive. Because she's a nice, kind person. But it always comes back to fucking looks with you, doesn't it?
It is. When I say something, I do it. If I don't, it is because something major happened. I don't make promises that I can't keep, especially to myself. And just a lot of it comes down to just don't talk too much. Just don't tell all your business. Don't feel like you've got to let every thought that goes through your brain come out. Another example of this.
Sorry? What was that? I was thinking in my head. Blah, 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 blah.
This would be when you're younger and you are forming friendships and relationships, and you feel like making these promises or making these statements will make you more likable, more attractive. You think this will help, and then you either know you can't back it up, or you don't have the stick-to-itness to back it up. Just don't.
You don't have the stick-to-itness. What's that when it's at home?
Say it. Let your actions be your word. It goes right along with not telling all your business. Your actions are very profound. Your silence is very profound. These are things that grab attention. Words, they're very cheap. It's when you have energy or you have something going on inside of you, the strongest thing you can do is not talk about it and not blah out to everyone. Not correct someone, not put in your one up, all of these things. The most valuable thing you can do is keep it within yourself, process it, and then take action. So that's...
Really? Whatever.
Is very attractive. That's very attractive with women, men, business people, whatever. It's very, very impressive. Okay, so number 6, I believe.
Maybe you should write the fucking number down. Or not have numbers at all. Just say the next point is.
7, 8, 9, 10. Yes. Avoid being a complainer. We all know these people. And I would not say it's toxic people. It can be your best friend. It can be a relative. And a lot of people have legitimate complaints. And I'm not saying never complain, because it's life. We all have some things that we could complain about, and they're legitimate. But don't get known to be the complainer.
What the fuck have you got to complain about, really? I bet you can think of loads of things. And when you complain, that makes you look very unattractive, Lisa, because you've got a blessed life. You've got nothing to complain about.
Who 9 times out of 10, if you open that email or you read that comment or you see them walking in the neighborhood, they are going to hit you with a complaint. This is also something I have had to work on. I almost would use a complaint as a common thing to talk about, like with neighbors. Like, you see a neighbor at the pool, first thing you want to complain about is, can you believe they never replaced the umbrellas this summer? This is a true thing that I did a couple of weeks ago at the pool. And I was like, I just wanted to get the words back in my mouth. That didn't do any good to complain. I don't want to commiserate. I don't want to come here on YouTube and complain about hot flashes or different things. I mean, it kind of goes in line with not telling all your business. You guys know, like, even when my sweetest baby ever in the world, Bridget, passed away, I didn't come right on here and tell you all about it. Or
no, because you weren't bothered by Bridget leaving. You said she was circling the drain and laughing about it. You used it as a video opportunity when you felt like using it for a video opportunity. And you thought to yourself, in your head, if I go straight on and talk about Bridget, they'll say, oh, but you're not even upset, you're not grieving her. At least give it a day.
I don't like spreading negativity. I don't want to complain.
It's not negativity. Telling people who've watched your videos for years, who comment on Bridget, that Bridget has finally gone over the Rainbow Bridge.
I think it's very unattractive to be the person that's always complaining, especially if it's something that either you can't do anything about, and then you daggone sure don't want to complain about something you could be doing something about. That is very unattractive. And you become an energy sucker, not an energy giver. And if you want to be attractive, you want to be an energy giver. You want to make someone feel better than they did before they even talked to you. You want to, if you're going to speak and you're going to say something, let it be of value. Let it be something that enhances their life. That is what I'm saying. Usually complaining it's worthless. It really is. Okay, so 7, fill your cup before filling others. I was surprised to even see this. This all came from a list that I saw on Pinterest, and there were...
Oh, right, so you haven't even put this list together yourself. Oh, should have known. I was thinking she'd heard it on a podcast somewhere, but yeah, there's a list on Pinterest. Most people, Lisa, would have started their video saying, saw this list on Pinterest and I thought we should talk about it. Because do you know what's really attractive? Someone who's fucking honest and straightforward.
Many more that I went over all of them yesterday, but some of them were redundant and some of them I didn't feel like they didn't pertain to us as much. But I really feel strongly about this one. I think if you've been here with me for 15 years, you know, I believe in, as a mom, as a wife, as a woman of your community, as a woman of your church, fill your cup and give from the overflow. This is a main characteristic of feminine energy, that we as women, as feminine women, feminine energy women, we have to feel full to give and nurture to others. And I think a lot of women feel...
Really? Do we? Do we have to feel full to be able to nurture others? Or does it just come naturally? Even if you're at the end of your rope and you feel like you haven't slept in a fortnight. It's not all about you, Lisa. Do you remember back in the day when you had newborn babies and you felt like a zombie? Did you say, oh no, I'm not having anything to do with that baby, I'm not feeding that baby until I've had something to eat and 8 hours sleep and I've filled my cup? What a load of bollocks.
Feel guilty. They feel like they need to put everyone in their family first, and that is not the way it should be, because if you do that, like, you all know these people, we've all been this person. If we get so used to doing for others and we never do for ourselves, for one thing, we get burnt out and we can get...
When did you ever not put yourself first, Lisa? I have me time of an evening. They know they're not to come into my room because I'm doing my ablutions and my lunges and whatever. I have me time when I go to the mall and shop. I have me time when I'm making my videos, and God forbid my son should shout up the stairs and tell me he's hungry and there's no food in the house. He has to wait until I've finished my video.
Bitter. And I don't know about you, but I can tell in the tone of someone's voice if they're burnt out. I did a bunch of mommies and me groups and things like that as a stay-at-home mom. You can look at the mom and tell the ones that are burnt out, and it's not always about how they're dressed. It is even in their facial expression, it's in what they talk about, and it's in their mannerisms when they're talking to their children. You've all, I'm sure, heard the teacher or the mom in Target that you can tell they have had it. Something is going on and they've had it. They've been pushed to the edge. Their cup is running on E, and they're getting it done, but it's not attractive. It's not what it should be. And I just really...
Oh! Can I stomp on her now? Not every mother in Target has a husband that does fucking everything for them. Not every mother in Target was a stay-at-home mum. Not every mother in Target did fuck all week and then did a bit of cleaning at their parents' home, got given $100 between their parents and their husband, gussied their daughter up and went shopping for $100 worth of stuff for themselves and did a show and tell on Friday night. Those mothers at Target probably don't get to eat out every night of the week. Fuck off. And when you get there, fuck off again, Lisa. You're clueless. You can't talk about these things because you haven't lived it. And you have no empathy in you, full stop. And especially not for things you've never been through.
I feel strongly that part of being a good mom, a good wife, a good friend is filling your cup first and then giving from the overflow. It's a...
Right. I suppose you'd say the same thing to the homeless woman outside of Target with 4 kids, wouldn't you? How is she supposed to fill her cup first? How is the single mother doing 3 jobs, looking after kids with no help? How's she supposed to fill her cup first? She doesn't even think about her cup until everybody else's is full. You're a narc. How would you understand anything else?
Win-win. It just is. And it will make you so beautiful. It will make you so soft and giving, and like a light will come from you. It will definitely make you an energy giver when you give from a full cup. And that is...
Where are we? How far in are we? I'm tempted to stop it here and put it up because it's 11 minutes past 8 and I've only put up a Glenda Sully video. and then carry on with the rest of this. I think I might do that actually. I'm going to cut it here and then I'll come back and do the rest of it after I've had a break, because she's doing my fucking Sweden. I will be back, and if you got this far, thank you very much, and I'll see you in the second half.